At present, humanity on Earth has two-strand DNA in the cells of the body. Light, information, expresses through the medium of what we call consciousness, and that consciousness is encoded within DNA. The positive-negative polarities in light are comparable to the DNA-RNA, which could be described as the polarities of human consciousness. This is also the reason that human consciousness goes from light to dark. Through the 12-strand DNA activation, 10 additional strands are activated in the body cells. The additional DNA strands are of magnetic, multidimensional nature and cannot be detected by present scientific equipment. We assume from testing and response that the changes initially occur in the etheric body. These additional DNA strands trigger the countless number of cellular activities necessary to change our dense physical carbon body into a physical etheric crystalline body and change our energy fields. It is said that 97% of DNA is non-functioning. For numerous people with awakened consciousness, this dormant material is considered as a living data storage containing the instruction sets for our greater human potential. What is coded within our secret vault is a potential so vast that it boggles the mind to think that something so profound could be so accessible. Simply by shifting our perceptions, by coming into a new way to define our personal reality, we can override the carbon framework at the level of the nucleic acid bases in the DNA. Leading scientists are proving that genes and DNA do not control our biology, that instead, DNA is controlled by signals from outside the cell. This includes the energetic messages emanating from our positive and negative thoughts. The bottom line here is that our thoughts and feelings directly affect our DNA. Positive shifts of perception and new feeling states trigger DNA activation. Moreover, when we consciously engage with the living intelligence of DNA, it gets majorly stimulated and starts pushing out the greater potential that is held within the latent code. Just as we are merely sequences of a four-letter code, ATCG, the basis of life is very simple. We change and transform all the time. We are constantly redefining ourselves. From every one of these consciousness shifts, we are literally changing our code. Bruce Lipton, stem cell biologist, is now on the forefront of the new science of epigenetics. His breakthrough research and discoveries have bridged quantum physics with cell biology in the communication of DNA through mind and matter. Watch the video linked in the description box called Bruce Lipton and Gregg Braden Epigenetics. For more information. We have the ability to change in the wink of an eye if we can truly grasp these ideas and start acting from the full knowing of our higher capabilities. Our DNA programs are like snakes shedding old skins, we are constantly releasing old encodings. These encodings are merely stored impressions that can be reprogrammed. As we shift our perceptions, cell biology changes. Our vibration increases and the DNA base letters rearrange. Everything on the planet is in great change. Electromagnetic currents are altering, the magnetic fields are shifting, and many things are no longer being held down in their familiar place. We are getting unlocked. This brings tremendous change to the biological body and the entire structure of our DNA encodement. It is these additional strands of DNA that trigger the change of our total being into an ascension vehicle that will carry us into the fifth dimension. This is the reason we have said that the DNA and the RNA are communication systems. It would be as if DNA is the link to the higher self and the soul, and RNA would be the soul's response. Through this DNA upgrade process, awareness is brought into the consciousness and intention is set into motion. To strengthen the connection to your higher selves, new attributes will be employed. You are in the process of changing a critical part of the biology known to you as DNA. This new template allows you to walk in full unison with your higher self in every moment. Integration of the higher God self into physical form. Effects of DNA upgrades. Open the crystalline seals and switch on dormant DNA. Override limiting memory fields housed within the body. Raise your vibration into the new bliss blueprint. Reprogram, rebalance, and restore cell function. Gain energy, clarity, and body alignment. Build stronger neurological circuitry to hold more light. Crystallize the vibrational templates of higher evolution. Improve manifestation of your preferred reality. Open more channels for higher self-embodiment. Bring forth unrealized talents and abilities. Here is an explanation of the additional 10 strands. Third DNA strand. The meaning of the third strand DNA activation is to release the death programming. Fourth DNA strand. The meaning and function of the fourth strand DNA activation is the fifth dimensional light filter on the third eye is dissolved. This allows us to begin receiving the light language of the fifth dimension through our third eye. The third eye is like a receptor prism of the light language that carries instructions to the body's cells about changing the physical body into a physical etheric light body. Additional information flows into our conscious mind, allowing life to be experienced multidimensional. Through massive light absorption, our cells remember their divine perfection and vibrate in absolute oneness with the Immaculate Concept. Fifth DNA strand. The meaning and function of the fifth strand DNA activation. The fifth dimensional filter on the heart chakra is dissolved. This means the information we access through our third eye is expressed through action in a loving, heartfelt way. We have the ability to heal ourselves and others, spontaneously and instantaneously, as divine love and truth radiate from our every cell. The fourth and fifth strands go hand in hand. Sixth DNA strand. The meaning and function of the sixth strand DNA activation. The light language from the sixth dimension continues to feed information to the body cells regarding transformation into a physical etheric being. Sixth dimensional information begins to flow through our conscious mind as we plunge deeper into experiencing life multidimensionally. We remember how to control the spin of our electrons. This activates our superhuman abilities, such as shape-shifting and bilocation. 27th DNA strand. The meaning and function of the 7th DNA activation. The 6th dimension light filter on the heart chakra is dissolved. Again, that ensues that the information we access through our third eye is expressed through action in a loving, heartfelt way. We are radiators of love's transfiguration. We constantly transfer our perfected patterns to all life as we are all the same particles of energy. The 6th and 7th strands go hand in hand. 8th DNA strand. The meaning and function of the 8th strand DNA activation. The 7th dimension light filter on the third eye chakra is dissolved. The light language of the 7th dimension feeds more information into the body cells regarding transformation into a physical etheric being. As 7th dimensional information begins to flow into our conscious mind, we are now receiving instructions directly from the quantum Christ realm. The meaning and function of the 9th DNA activation. The 7th dimension light filter on the heart chakra is dissolved. This ensures that the information we access through our third eye is expressed through actions of unconditional love. Through rhythm and constancy, we are masters of our emotional body. We maintain a strong, steady, and stabilized form. Our emoting frequencies are joy, peace, tranquility, and unconditional love, able to transform other energy fields. The 8th and 9th strands go hand in hand. 10th DNA strand. The meaning and function of the 10th strand DNA activation. Your ascension vehicle activates. In the 7th dimension activation, the north and south poles open to the flow of quantum Christ energy surrounding the body in a 100 feet diameter cloud. When the 10th strand activates, what's known as the Metatron matrix forms around the cloud containing it like a vessel so it does not dissipate. Your individual ascension vehicle is now completely formed. You naturally attract everything that is needed and required to fulfill the divine plan. Through your purity in the eternal now, you have the power to manifest instantly on the physical plane. Through thought and feeling alone. 11th DNA strand. The meaning and function of the 11th DNA activation. A planetary ascension vehicle has also formed around Mother Earth. Now, as the 11th strand activates, lines of light connect your individual ascension vehicle to Mother Earth's from your North Pole to Earth's North Pole and from your South Pole to Earth's South Pole. Your every thought, action, word, and feeling is being guided by your mighty I Am presence. We simply know that we are in perfect alignment in every moment. Trusting in the group plan, we move forward in our daily lives as a sacred instrument of God. 12th DNA strand. The meaning and function of the 12th DNA activation. As the 12th strand activates, Your individual ascension vehicle is charged by a continuous flow of electromagnetic energy through the poles from the planetary ascension vehicle. When Mother Earth shifts, everyone connected to her through their individual ascension vehicles will shift with her. We live, breathe, think, and feel as one, entering into a relationship of perfect love and perfect trust with every life form as we shine our radiant example of the infinite possibilities of God embodied on earth.